Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Amma ba'd. This is an extra lesson in English by Molana Yunus Palanpuri, Damat Barakatuhum. Listen to today's lesson. The theme and subject of today's lesson is regarding the marriage proposals for our young girls and daughters. I am giving you an important lesson and an important and tried and tested prescription and prayer to read. Listen, today's parents are in great hardship regarding the marriage proposals of their children, both for girls and for boys. There is more tension regarding girls than boys. And this is natural because parents love girls and daughters more, and it is written in books that girls serve their parents more than boys do. Once, our respected mother, Fatima, radiallahu anha, made 4 rotis or 4 pieces of bread. She made one for Ali radiallahu anhu, one for her son Hassan radiallahu anhu, and one for Hussein radiallahu anhu, and one for herself. All 3 of them ate their own rotis and their own breads. Respected Fatima ate half of her roti, half of her bread, and then brought half of her roti to her father, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet said, "O daughter, why have you come here?" She said, "O father, while I was eating, I remembered you. For this reason, I have brought this roti, this bread to you." Then the respected Prophet ﷺ said, "Your father has not eaten even a piece of bread for 3 days." For this reason, the scholars have written that daughters serve their parents more than their sons do. Parents are also more concerned about the marriage arrangements of their daughters. Now, I will be discussing a few matters regarding marriage proposals for both boys and girls. Listen attentively. Number 1, make istighfar, seek forgiveness from Allah Ta'ala in abundance and greatly. You will find a suitable match in marriage, and you will also be granted children. Inshallah, you will receive marriage proposals and children as well. Number 2, read 500 times a day, Ya Jami'u. Both boys and girls should read this. It is also very necessary that both boys and girls read this on a regular basis. Ya Jami'u, Ya Jami'u, Ya Jami'u, Ya Jami'u, Ya Jami'u. Read this 500 times in a span of 24 hours. The scholars of fiqh, the Islamic scholars, have written about this in their books. I have also written about this with much emphasis in the 3rd volume of my book, Scattered Pearls. Refer to this. Number 3, read Surah Rahman, the 55th Surah of the Quran, and then make dua. Through this, a person will find a good bride or a good groom, insha'Allah. Number 4, read the Surah Wad-Duha, which is the 93rd surah of the Quran. And that's it. Pay particular attention while reading this specific verse. وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْتِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. That although Allah Ta'ala is addressing the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam directly in this verse and not us, but there is an indirect indication that Allah Ta'ala will also grant us someone who is really good, who we will be very happy with. The scholars have indirectly derived this from this verse of the Quran. A person can read this as well, there's no problem. The original addressee of this verse is the respected Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But by the way, a person can read this for themselves as well. And indirectly, they can read this for themselves as well. Allah will grant us something or another by reading this as well. There's no harm in doing so. This is a short list. Another important matter is Durood Ibrahim, the specific salutations to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ that we read in our salat, in our daily prayers. This has great power and effect. There are many forms and variations of durood or sending salutations to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. I've written many of them in my books. And you will also find many of these forms of durood in the upcoming version of my book, The Weapon of a Believer. But specifically the Durood Ibrahim contains the light which emanates directly from the mouth of our respected Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught this durood to us. This is found in a hadith of Sahih Bukhari. For this reason, read Durood Ibrahim and then make dua to Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala will definitely grant a good and suitable spouse to a person. Another important matter regarding marriage proposals is not to look too deeply as if using a microscope. Look primarily at the level of the religion of the person. Don't look at with the microscope. What does this person's nose look like? Show us his nose. What does this person's teeth look like? Show us his or her teeth. What does their hair look like? Show us his or her hair. Show us their fingers. Show us the palm of their hands. These are not things which should be considered. At the end of the day, you are marrying the girl, not her teeth. Did you understand? In the same way, you will be marrying the boy, not his mustache. How does his mustache look like? How does his nose look like? Does he have nose hair or not? These are not things which should be considered. Look primarily at the religion and the good character of a person. Remember one thing. Even if the husband does not have a beard, but he has good character, then marry your daughter to him. He doesn't have a beard, but he prays salat and he has good character. Then marry your daughter to him. Allah Ta'ala will grant him a beard. Allah Ta'ala himself will guide him to grow a beard and give him the tawfiq, the divine ability to grow a beard. Many of our pious predecessors married their daughters to men who did not have beards. And when the son-in-law came into the right environment, he on his own became a great scholar of hadith, a great muhaddith. When the son-in-law came into the right environment, he became a great scholar. For this reason, I've recorded this lesson regarding the marriage of girls and daughters in detail. May Allah Ta'ala make arrangements for a lawful marriage bed for all Muslim men and all Muslim women. And may Allah Ta'ala protect us all from the unlawful fulfilling of the desires of the bed. Read along with me. Allahumma lakal hamd kama anta ahlu. Wasalli wasallim ala Sayyidina Muhammad kama anta ahlu. Waf'al bina ma anta ahlu. فإنك أهل التقوى وأهل المغفرة. May Allah Ta'ala accept all these du'as on our behalf. Ameen. Wa akhir da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen.